Okay. All right.
It's okay. I'll sign the autograph for the picture you just
Yeah. Okay. The autograph.
Unflattering
Like that.
double chin. I mean, flattering double chin. Just kidding. Okay. So let's start with some breathing exercises.
Okay.
I don't normally do this one, but I think I'm going to because it just overall helps with control. Just practicing control. So we're going to go in for 4 counts. We're going to hold for 4 counts, and then we're going to go out for 4 counts. I'm going to get my
hissing or
phone.
breathing?
We're going to, on the out, let's hiss.
Okay.
Just on the out. And then when in the inhale, it's 4 counts inhaling. So you really have to, if you go and you're already full, then you're like, so
Okay.
it paces you in 3 different ways. Let me close that out. I'm going to get my little timer out. We'll have the 4 counts be the seconds on the stopwatch. Okay? We could get a metronome too. Actually, I think this sounds like no. Yeah. Okay. Let me slow that down. If it will let me. Or is this one? Oh, it's this one. Oh, 60 probably is what I want to do. 3, 4, 2, ready, go. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Pretty simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna double that. Okay? 8 counts.
Okay.
Ready? In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. How did that feel?
I could do it. Breathing in was the hardest part, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I could do that.
Awesome. And it's still within the realm of easy. Now, to branch into the next one, I'm going to let you breathe in for 8 still, since that's a little rougher. And then we're going to do 12 and 12.
Okay.
12 hold, 12 pace out.
Okay.
But we're going to do 8 in. So I'll help direct you, because sometimes we lose count when we're trying to pace our breath. Okay. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hiss. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How did that feel?
Good. That's good.
Awesome. Now, when you hold your breath, it actually is less efficient than for your singing, right? So you have to even more think about this pressure, like letting the air out here. And when you're holding your breath, be careful not to let too much air out of your nose, because that is also the tendency when you're holding your breath sometimes to just gradually start relaxing the lung. Yeah. Keep those lungs nice and engaged, open, and also maybe think about these muscles a little bit. You know how you can keep them open, like consciously, versus the diaphragm, which does its own thing. So if you, when you breathe in, you think expanding, and then engage those muscles. Then when you hold it, it'll actually be a little easier. And then on the way out will be a little bit easier too. Okay. It kind of influences. Okay. I'm also going to kind of time this exercise to see how long it lasts for when I go to do this later. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. So what that does is that paces you. Now, on the way in, do you feel like you got a full breath? Like, I know you're pacing yourself to get, but did you feel like
Yes,
you got
I think
the
I've
full
got
amount?
the full breath. I don't think when I breathed it out, I breathed it all out.
Okay, this time,
So I
let's
can
focus
make-
on, you know, both of those components, making sure when you go in, even though you're pacing yourself into 8 counts, that
Yeah,
you're
I think
still
I got a full
maximizing.
breath. That was
And
probably,
then on the way
yeah.
out, just try to really release the air, but without obviously running out before the 12
Okay.
count.
Right.
But
Okay.
you still want to release the air.
Yes.
That's more
Okay.
important than holding it back.
Okay.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to do one where you're you're not going to hold in the middle at all. But this time I am going to do 12 counts in and 12 counts out.
Okay.
Okay? So the end's going to be the hard one, right? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Start breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. I want to do one more breathing exercise, but the one that's more natural to singing, which is breathe in on a quick breath and then hold, and then right away, where you go and see how long you can do it for. That's the best for, because of going to singing, but those other things train different parts of the muscle groups there. Okay, so let's see how much it's influenced it with your singing.
Okay.
But obviously take regular singing breath. I'll give you 1 bar.
Think of me fondly when we said goodbye. Remember me every so often. Promise me you'll try.
Okay, now let's do it again. Now we're going to go back to breathing exercise. This time we're going to full breath and then okay? And this time I want you to go for as long as you can, as long as you want. I do want this metronome to stay here, so I'll just turn it down. But this time you're not going to hear the metronome. We're just going to time it. Go ahead and breathe in and go as long as you can.
Okay.
You start.
Oh.
Try again.
Okay. Do I breathe in through my mouth, my nose? Does it matter?
Sing your breath.
A what?
Sing your breath. Mouth.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. This time do through a straw for breathing in. Same thing. Okay, so you're averaging about 12 seconds on average right now. That just shows that you got in a little out of shape when you're breathing. So we have to fix that.
Okay.
There's a few things. Some of it could be physical.
So what should it be?
Minimum for a vocalist at 15.
Okay.
Minimum. But it really 30. Like if you're in shape, 30 should be the norm.
Okay.
So, and then there's, if you keep increasing it, there's people who've gotten to 45 seconds and men even, and it's insane. And then also different parts of your range matter too. Like I said, I like to train on like the second highest, so like the ratio of air that it'd be in your passaggio range basically, versus these other ones. Okay, Let's do a few different things. Let's do one. So, you know how you said you think you got the full air? You're actually not getting your full air. What I'm noticing is you're getting your front lung air, but you're not getting your back air. And I'm not sure how much of your bottom of the lung air. So if your lungs are feeling full, but the actual air getting to your lungs, like the actual oxygen entering your bloodstream kind of thing, I just don't think it's there all the way. So turn sideways. I'm gonna put my hand right here.
Okay.
Breathe in a way that pushes my hand away from you. There you go. Okay, turn all around, and once again, breathe through your mouth, but turn her all the way around this time. Okay, breathe. Nice. Okay, breathe through your mouth, remember. There we go. Did you feel that breath?
Yeah.
That was the best one so far.
Okay.
Do you feel like you've gotten that same amount of air each time? Or do you think that was
I
maybe a little
think
more?
close, because I think I was trying to
Yeah.
fill back there.
And you're not breathing poorly. It's just single breath, you know? And then also we have to retrain the muscle, kind of. So go ahead and take another big breath.
Okay.
With the mouth. Okay, now this time we're gonna go immediately, but you start, and I'll press the button once you
Okay.
start. Take a big full breath. What I noticed this time is you took a nice full breath before we started the timing you, but the minute we timed you, it was like. And I mean, it's okay if there's some shoulder lifting, but it was mostly like I saw an upward motion. I saw some outward in the front, but the back didn't go well.
Okay.
So focus on keeping yourself engaged, but relaxed enough where you can get that full rib cage expansion.
Okay.
Nice. We got to the 15-second mark. Good job. So that's something
Okay.
you need to think. I like that you closed your eyes. I think that helped a little bit with your focus. So go ahead and go back to adding breathing in for a minimum of 2 minutes.
Okay.
You can do longer if you think it's beneficial for you.
Okay.
It would be beneficial to do probably 5, but at least 2 minutes
Okay.
per day. And
Okay.
when you wake up, the more times a day, the better.
Okay.
Because it needs to be a habit. We need to make it a habit. You're doing it once a day for 2 minutes. Somewhat of a habit, but it will carry more if you do it throughout the day. And
Okay.
it's not vocalizing, so it's not like something you have to be too super shy about. So
This week I started just singing. Anytime I got in the car, I just started singing. So,
nice.
well, that's
Awesome.
good private place. And when
Yeah.
I'm in the car, not doing anything else, I can sing. Or my memorizing mostly, but yeah.
Now,
Okay.
we're going to do an exercise that has to do with your support. That has nothing to we're going to zero singing here.
Okay.
Just your abs. We're going to
Okay.
focus on the abs.
Okay.
So I want us to think of me, and usually maybe just some air pressuring. But I want you to like hiss through it. Think of me all the way till you promise me you'll try.
Okay.
And so the main goal is to do the support more intensely or less intensely according to the notes. So basically as if you were singing, minus we're not engaging our vocal cords.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
You feel that?
Mhm.
Try again.
Okay. I didn't breathe it.
It's okay if you have to breathe there.
Okay,
Then
all right.
you have to breathe there.
Okay, I'll start over. Okay.
Now, if you'll notice, I'm hearing a lot of
Yeah.
okay on
I
every
see
single high note.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
what you're doing vocally, and it's called jerking
Okay.
or flinging. I often say flinging.
Uh-huh.
We don't want that. We want
Okay.
a smooth transition. We want. Do you hear that? That gradual, even though you're not going no, you're going sad, but you can go sad, increasing pressure, sad, good, sad, good, sad, good. You still need to think as if it was, if you had that time to go just go, that will could actually makes it smoother. It's a trick that professionals use. Go ahead and try.
Okay. Hans, or singing it. Okay.
Smoother. Let's do it together and try to be influenced by mine. Ready?
Okay.
Feel that?
Okay.
See how it's a little smoother? Okay, one more time with you and then we'll go to singing.
Okay.
That's nice and smooth. Good job. Good, good. And when you have to like all of a sudden jump and hit a note, you treat it like that. You don't want, you never jerk it, because what that jerking is, it's like both tightening and loosening it a little, technically.
Okay.
It has, like, as a result, like if something, you know, like a law of physics, you throw something and it bounces back. It might not bounce back with as much speed as what you threw it at, but it's still bouncing back a little bit.
Okay.
So we don't want that. But you know, you want those positions. The only reason why sometimes I'll do some flinging motions with you guys is when I'm initially teaching you support, so that you guys can even feel what the support is. Because when you're new, you just don't feel it at all, period. You're just so unaware of it. Now you're aware of it, so I can treat you more advanced in that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's do on Z. Same exercise, basically. Same thing.
Notes.
But no.
Okay.
I'll turn this metronome off. There. You flung that one. Let's do that. Remember me again. Good, but then you actually slid with it. Classical people will hate you for that. So you can't actual vocally slide it, but you gotta. But mentally, you do need to slide into it. Like as far as how you do the placement, you don't want to go with your mouth either. So both mouth-wide placement and ab-wide placement, you want that. You want to pretend like you're sliding into it, even if it's a fast slide in. That way it's like, I got there on purpose. No, you know, like, oh, I wasn't sure and I missed a step. You know, that kind of feel. Ready? Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. That was pretty close. Just there was the hesitation. No hesitation. You know where it is. Go. That's flat. More support. Memorize that. Good. Now go. Yeah, you just have to remember that tension level. If you don't remember the tension level, then you'll have to fling to get there. But if you remember how it feels, you'll be on pitch. I'd even go just slightly more tense. Yeah. Yep. See how easy that is? Okay, let's go ahead. Start there. Almost. We did. You half flung it and then you half scooped it. Think of it as like setting it down on the note. That's pretty good. More abs. A little tighter abs. Yep. Even tighter. Good. And also put just I know it's weird, but like let it resonate in your chest. There you go. Yeah, so technically you also need to engage your obliques. Like this is a target muscle, but you need these obliques to really squeeze out the sound and keep it. It will also, obliques are known for smoothing the sound. So think of your obliques now. That's another point I haven't really touched on. Good, and you're still on the lower part of the note. It's on the note, but it's on the flatter side still.
Okay.
It's getting there, even higher. Even higher. There, that's pretty close. Right there. So yeah, you're just, that note in general is lazy. Flat. Yeah, the reason why it's flat is because you're used to flinging it, you're used to pushing it there.
Okay.
Like honking. I have the right amount of air, and I have the right tongue placement, so it feels good. Talk with me right here. Talk with me right here. Here. Yes. Good. Like a woman. Like a woman. You know, like how lots of men you tell sing like a man, like Superman kind of. You want that. You want it to come up from there through your sternum. Even though this is mostly associated with chest voice, doesn't mean that you don't use it as a resonating point. There's five diaphragmatic points. Let me look it up with you. This is something I want to bring into my curriculum that I'm designing, the book that I'm writing. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do as far as citations and stuff for the book, but I'm still gonna publish it. And hopefully we'll for the best. Okay. 5 diaphragms. Oops, diaphragm.
Phones never listen to what you're typing.
Apparently. Okay, so there's 5 diaphragms in the body. Tentorium cerebelli, tongue, thoracic outlet, thoracic diaphragm, and pelvic floor. Yes, your pelvic floor. So I might have told you about this one maybe at some point, but I mostly just talked about these two. The one that everyone knows about that they misuse, and I'm like way too high. It's underneath my ribs, right there. And but there's also a pelvic one. There's a reason why. Like when I talk, sometimes I'll teach you guys to like sex moans and stuff. All your moans, or like when you're going to the bathroom, one guy at the gym, okay, those are all associated with your pelvic bone area. There's and it goes up, like it touches all the other points, but the stronger one for the lower is actually your lower, like having that support all the way from the base. But anyways, let me pull up a picture. So you know how for a head voice, we go into our right here. You know how I'm like it goes here, and for head voice it's in your nasal cavities / up here. It's because of this. Your cranial cavity. Your cranial cavity is considered these areas here in your cranial cavity are considered diaphragms. And there's a pelvic cavity, and there's and like here, you know how we can feel a resonating point here in our chest? That's another one right here. That's the thoracic cavity. That's another resonating point. That's why it's better, like it's really highly effective when I'm teaching low voices to have them put their hand here. Because this is the main resonating chamber for your low. But you also really dig down here too. But it's right here is like the main one where you're gonna feel it.
So would it help if you put your hands on your head if you're trying to sing in your
Sometimes. Like sometimes people will say, like they'll use it for posture, but sometimes they'll also, I've had voice teachers that are like, ballerina string, or they'll point at a certain point on your head to help.
Well, because sometimes when we sing nasally, if we touch our nose, and that helps that. So.
Yeah. Yep. Because that's
I think
part
it would
of the,
help if you're going to touch your head.
Yep. Because we're depending on the type of learning.
It would be really weird if you just started touching your pelvis.
I know, right? Yeah. Let me see if I can find a better picture here. It kind of shows it more like on a line basis. Ooh, that's cool. Oh my goodness. Even just like looking at this picture is helping me.
It's inspiring you, huh?
Yeah, it is. Okay. These ones are the most important for you to learn right this minute. The diaphragm right here, and the muscles of the pelvic floor, which is the other diaphragm there. But technically, I think your spine counts as a pelvic. I mean, as a diaphragm. There's some pictures that are just a little bit better. A group of 7 people had all the diaphragms cranially bearing to the right area. Yeah, so it's marking all those different points of where it's resonating. Right there. Ah, let's see this one. Ooh, yeah, I like this one. So there's the diaphragm pelvis. I like that they're actually calling it diaphragm too, because they have other names for it. This one's my favorite as far as what it's called. There's the diaphragm cranial, so the cranial one. Diaphragm cervical. You know how I tell you to feel right here for your low mid range. Yeah, and then diaphragm right here. This one right here. Like the resonation goes up through here, obviously. So that's why you feel it, but it's actually this one that's associated more with your chest. And then, and also with your chest is this one. You need both of those. If you use both this one and that one, that's what for most like sex bombs and things like that. Though they'll use those areas. I also like some of these other places that they're pointing to, because they all just the plexus cardiac. I'm pretty sure that's like one of the most heavily influenced resonating points from this. That comes from this diaphragmatic area, because remember how hand on the chest. Same with this. Look, it's on his nose. The hypophyse or whatever. I need to do a little bit more research on it, but I mean your nose cavity for the belting and for the upper voice thing. How we bring direct. I think there's another one right here in your belly, and I think it might actually go to your lower register, just like this one goes, or it might go to a different one, but I'll have to play with this one.
Not this one,
but the plexus hypogastric. Yeah, so I need to play with that one a little bit, because I'm not as familiar with that one, but I'm familiar with that resonating point and that resonating point, but I'm sure this one will, cause a.
Do you know there are pelvic? You probably knew this. Pelvic floor therapists. Physiotherapists.
Yeah, I have heard because there's a lot people who break their pelvic bones or it gets dislocated.
Well, this
or you mean therapists that not